Hello, I'm Neil Lane, the Executive Director of the Pipeline Contractors Association of Canada. Our organization, commonly referred to as the PLCAC, was formed to represent unionized pipeline contractors in labor matters across Canada. In addition to that, we work to establish training courses and guidelines for pipeline workers in various areas of specialized skills. Members of the PLCAC have been building Canada's pipelines for decades. Safety is a key component of our business. Now, we want to share our industry expertise and equip you with knowledge of best practices that will keep you safe every day, all day, on the job site. All construction projects are inherent to hazards, and pipeline construction is no exception. But when you can recognize those hazards and remain aware and alert, you'll reduce your risks around those hazards and possibly eliminate them. The safety awareness video you're about to watch is just one in a series developed to provide you with knowledge and awareness to identify, avoid, and report any potentially unsafe conditions on a pipeline construction site. On behalf of your employer, and indeed all members of the PLCAC, we are committed to safe workplaces. Please, don't take your personal safety or the safety of anyone else lightly, and always follow recommended best practices and be part of the safety culture on your job site. Remember, at the end of the day, it is all of our responsibility to make sure everyone is able to return home in the same condition they started their day after a job well done. Thank you.
For over 60 years, the Pipeline Contractors Association of Canada, the PLCAC, has represented member contractors, leading awareness of pipeline construction safety. The Pipeline Contractors Association of Canada presents its Pipeline Safety Awareness video series, The Fundamentals of Safe Driving. The purpose of this video is to raise awareness of safe driving fundamentals, as well as provide tools and techniques to drivers in an effort to reduce the frequency and severity of motor vehicle incidents. How do you rate yourself as a driver? While watching this video, consider what tips and techniques you can utilize to help reduce motor vehicle incidents in our workplace. The following topics will be covered. Section 1, Before you drive. Section 2, Defensive driving. Section 3, Driving the urban worksite. Section 4, Driving on the right-of-way. Section 5, Destination arrival. Section 1, Before you drive. Section 1.1, Driver qualification.
Safe driving fundamentals starts before you get in the vehicle.
Are you fit to drive? Not tired, ill, medicated, or frail?
Make sure you have a valid driver's license and the proper classification.
Are you experienced in operating this vehicle type and model?
Make sure you have insurance and, most importantly, permission to drive the vehicle.
Section 1.2, Vehicle inspection.
Be sure to check the driver's vehicle inspection report from the previous day, and if defects were noted, don't drive any vehicle that is not in good working order. Before you drive your vehicle, you must do a circle check. You must make sure your mirrors and windows are clean, your tire pressures are good, your headlights are clean, all the signals work. Check your leaf springs. Make sure your back lights work and they're clean.
No vehicle may be driven unless the driver is satisfied that the vehicle is in good working order. Section 1.3, Load securement. Make sure the load, no matter how big or small, is properly secured. A securing device that is specifically manufactured is used to attach or secure cargo to a vehicle or trailer. Always check the working load limit, which refers to the maximum load that may be applied to that device during normal service. Ensure that cargo tie-downs are correctly secured. When securing cargo, follow your company's procedures to immobilize or secure cargo on or within a vehicle by using tie-down, cargo nets, blocking, bracing, and friction mats. This will ensure the load will not leak, spill, or become dislodged. A tie-down or a component of a tie-down to secure cargo to a vehicle should not be used unless it's marked with the manufacturer's working load limit. Bungee cords and tarp straps are not suitable for use as tie-downs, as they do not have working load limits marked on them. Always make sure the load is evenly distributed. The load should not shift upon or within the vehicle in a manner that causes the vehicle to become unstable or impact its maneuverability. Section 1.4, Trailer Towing. If you are planning on towing a trailer or other equipment, it is important to consider the following questions. Do not tow any trailer or equipment if any unsafe conditions present themselves. Is your vehicle rated and equipped to tow a trailer? Is the hitch or tow ring locked? Is the trailer ball the correct size? Do the signal lights and brake electrical work? Are the safety chains attached? Is the load weight properly distributed over the axles, not the hitch? Section 1.5, Behind the Wheel. Do you know your destination and the routing you are planning to take? Have you checked the weather and expected road conditions? Plan enough time to get there safely. Buckle up. Always ensure the number of seat belts is equal to the number of passengers. Take 10 seconds behind the wheel before putting the vehicle in drive. Focus and be prepared for your journey. Section 2, Defensive Driving. Section 2.1, Distracted Driving. Provincial regulations prohibit the use of handheld devices while operating a motor vehicle. Your company policies may prohibit the use of any mobile device while driving. Know your company's policy. Section 2.2, Anticipate Hazards. It is imperative that drivers anticipate the many hazards that can appear while driving to a work site. It is important to be as vigilant on normal roadways as on work sites. Stay focused, keeping your hands on the wheel. Keep your eyes moving and look ahead. Use the 4-second rule on heavily traveled roads to maintain adequate spacing with the car in front of you. Make yourself visible. Many accidents occur because drivers didn't see the other car. There are a few simple ways to make your presence known, making the road safer for everyone. They include turn signals. Use your turn signals to let other drivers know where you're going. Headlights. Turning on your headlights for any rain, fog, or other low light condition will also turn on your tail lights. This is more for other drivers to see you than for you to see the road. Avoid blind spots. Don't linger in areas where the driver in front of you can't see you. Many people will only check their mirrors before making a lane change. If your vehicle is slightly behind and a lane away from another vehicle, assume the driver of that car can't see you. Section 2.3, Weather Conditions. Ice or snow. Slow down. Bridges and overpasses freeze first, so take it slow and avoid sudden changes in speed or direction. Keep windows clear. Visibility is crucial, especially in bad weather. Brake cautiously. Abrupt braking can cause lockup and loss of steering control. If you have anti-lock brakes, apply consistent, firm pressure to the pedal. Fog. Day or night, headlights should be on and set to low beam. Wait it out. If you're having trouble seeing, safely pull over to the right side, well out of the traffic lane, and turn on your emergency flashers. Wait until visibility improves before continuing. High winds. Look out. Keep an eye out for flying debris. And use extra caution near trailers, vans, or vehicles carrying lightweight cargo. Some cars shouldn't be driven. It's best not to drive a trailer, van, or other high-profile vehicle, automobiles with high centers of gravity like SUVs and light-duty trucks, in high winds. Section 2.4 Pedestrians. Watch for pedestrians. Look before you turn. Pedestrians aren't just right in front of you while you're going straight. They may be in the crosswalk as you're turning too. When you're getting ready to make a turn, always look ahead to see if there's a pedestrian crossing or preparing to cross, and be sure to make eye contact and give them the right of way. Pedestrians don't always follow the rules. They may walk on a don't walk sign, jaywalk, dart out in traffic, or surprise you in other ways. But even when pedestrians aren't following the rules, it's your responsibility and the law for you to yield right of way and let a pedestrian pass. Watch for distracted pedestrians. Handheld devices have caused many pedestrian fatalities. Never assume a pedestrian sees you. It's hard to miss a moving vehicle, but you should never assume a pedestrian has noticed your car. Always make eye contact and confirm with pedestrians that they know you're turning or giving them the right of way. Section 2.5 Cyclists. Spare them the right hook. Intersections are venues for serious car-cycle collisions. Drivers making right turns especially should watch out for cyclists. A cyclist may be a little behind and to the right of you, and may be planning to ride straight ahead. If you don't signal your right turn, you could wind up hitting each other, with the point of contact somewhere on your car's right side. Remember, you are crossing their lane. If you're trying to figure out if a nearby cyclist is planning to turn right, look for his raised left hand in a squared position or an extended right hand. Give cyclists 1 meter of clearance when passing them. This is the law in many jurisdictions. Section 3. Driving the urban worksite. Urban job sites are typically very constricted. The work footprint will be reduced to the absolute minimum in order to lessen the impact on the host municipality. Urban locations present many unique hazards, especially because of the proximity of members of the public. Always be aware that the work zone is designed to accommodate the needs of the public living within or moving around the site, even those with special needs. When entering an active work site, slow down. Anticipate and understand the traffic management plan in place. Use signal lights when entering the worksite. Activate beacons and flashers while within the work zone. Stay within the delineated boundaries of the worksite. Stay clear of the work zone and watch for direction from personnel already on site on where to park. Do not stop or park near open excavations. There may be hot work underway on site. Do not park your vehicle within any hot work exclusion zones. Do not block sight lines. Stop your vehicle clear of any traffic plan signage. Do not block or obstruct driveways, fire routes, or pedestrian throughways. If practical, position your vehicle to function as an additional buffer between vehicle traffic and the job site. Immediately after parking and securing the vehicle, check in with the site supervisor. Ensure that your vehicle has been added to the traffic plan and review any site-specific hazards identified on the field-level hazard awareness form. When exiting the worksite, use the turn signals. Get assistance from on-site personnel to act as a spotter or as a flagman if appropriate. Once out in the normal traffic flow, remember to shut off your safety beacons. Section 4. Driving the right-of-way. Right-of-way boundaries.
Pipeline boundaries will be marked out with stakes. Please don't run over these stakes.
Avoid driving on the ditch side and stick to the working side when possible. In the wintertime, it's good to stay off the ditch line with vehicles. This packs in frost where it isn't needed. Stay off the roach because there are cut stakes, centerline stakes. Stay on work side when possible.
Equipment and vehicles shall not encroach on or within any safety buffer, except where specifically allowed in the specifications or approved in writing by the client and/or the facility owner. The result of not maintaining this buffer could result in a catastrophic event. Therefore, boundaries must be observed. Pay attention to your surroundings. Look for hotline crossings.
These are some important do's and don'ts when driving on steep hills.
Only one vehicle or piece of equipment should use the access at a time. Prior to ascending, slowly approach to the slope to ensure no activity or equipment is presently in use. Assess the ground conditions to ensure they are adequate for driving. If control is lost during either the incline or decline, remain calm and maneuver the vehicle to a safe location and request assistance from a dozer or available piece of equipment to complete your pass. Do not proceed if ground conditions remain unsatisfactory. Advise supervision immediately. Do not leave the vehicle unattended when parking on a slope, where potential exists for harm or damage to workers and equipment due to a mechanical failure.
Do not descend the hill with another vehicle on the hill.
Congestion on the right-of-way. There are various vehicles, equipment, people along the right-of-way. The area is very congested, and it's imperative that vehicles obtain authorization from operators before passing and do not park behind heavy equipment. Section 5. Arriving at your destination. Always look for drive-through parking spots. If these are not available, back into the parking spot. If available, use a spotter to guide you into position. Make sure the spotter is properly positioned and is visible at all times. Stop if you lose sight of the spotter, do not understand the signal being given, or if directed to by the spotter or anyone else at your location. If equipped with a backup camera, monitor the screen as well as your mirrors when reversing. If no spotter or camera is available, stop, leave your vehicle, do a circle check, and ensure it is safe to reverse into the spot. Use your mirrors when reversing. If you have a disability, poor depth perception, or mobility issues, or you are simply not very skilled at backing up, don't. Look for drive-through locations. Once you return at the end of the day, complete your circle check and documentation. Ensure you report any incidents, hazards, in accordance with your company reporting policies.
We all want to make it home safe at the end of every workday. Practicing the safe driving fundamentals outlined in this video will help you ensure that this is the case each and every day.
Recap. In this awareness video, we covered some of the following themes. Section 1, before you drive. Driver's readiness, vehicle inspection, load securement, towing, driving conditions, and fitness to drive. Section 2, defensive driving. Regulations and policies on the use of handheld devices, hazards, and weather conditions. Section 3, driving the urban worksite. Working in more constricted work sites that are densely populated areas with members of the public and traffic. Section 4, driving on the right-of-way. Boundaries, looking out for hotline crossings, driving on steep hills, and dealing with congestion on a right-of-way. Section 5, destination arrival. Proper techniques to arrive at your destination safely and park your vehicle properly. After watching this video, how would you rate yourself as a driver now? Did you learn something new? We hope you use techniques of safe driving fundamentals in your workplace every day.